I'm having a barbecue and two of my guests are strict vegans. I've tried many times to make plant-based burgers with some success, but all of those efforts seem to be lacking that one intangible element of being delicious in their own right. You can see here where I have the two tofu burgers on a piece of grill mat to the left of the meat burgers. I also use separate utensils and apply barbecue sauce with a separate brush. I'm not going to claim that they taste anything like meat. The best way I can describe them is having a texture similar to meatloaf while having their own unique delicious flavor. This was an extremely successful effort. Let's take a look at how they were made. For this type of recipe, you will need a plain extra firm tofu, which is available just about anywhere groceries are sold. I picked mine up at Walmart for $3 for a 400-gram pack. The first step is to drain as much fluid as you can from the tofu with either a tofu press or by squeezing the moisture out of it using a weight of some kind. Then put it in the freezer overnight. The point of freezing it is to draw most of the remaining moisture out of it by letting it thaw and going through the process with the weight one more time. You can squeeze the moisture out of it as well by hand. Now with most of the moisture removed, your tofu is ready to absorb whatever flavor combinations you so choose. In this case, we're going to flavor it like we would a ground beef burger. So here are the basic ingredients for my tofu burger. This is going to be a vegetarian tofu burger. There will not be any eggs or any meat products in it. My main flavoring is what you see here. I've got some onion soup recipe mix, some seasoned breadcrumbs, some vegetarian mushroom sauce, some hoisin sauce. These spices I'm going to use sparingly. I'll mix them in to taste basically. And then I'm going to saute some onions, medium-sized finely grated carrot. And finally, as I'm firming up the mixture with breadcrumbs, I'll also be adding some barbecue sauce and some Dijon mustard. And then after drying out your tofu, just break it up. You don't have to bring it too fine, but you can crumble it so now you can mix it. It breaks up fairly easy. It's now dry, and you've got a nice medium to work with to make your burgers. Preheat a skillet with a bit of canola oil in it. Alright, in we go. Onions first. See, I'm only making 4 patties, so I don't want to go too crazy on the amount of onion. But it is one of the main flavoring ingredients. We'll give this a couple minutes. And just as you start to get a good sizzle on the onions, in goes the shredded carrot. This is a medium-sized carrot. And we'll just let this saute. This is where we add the sauces. We're after about a tablespoon of hoisin sauce. That's basically all you want. And a generous couple of tablespoons, make it 3 or 4 if you want, of the vegetarian mushroom sauce. Now what we're after, it'll be a bit of a colored paste, very flavorful. You can actually eat it just like this. And you see where, if you were to divide that, that's your, just give you an indication, that's how much flavoring goes into each patty. So you can see they're going to be delicious, but for the time being, I'm going to move all this right into a little mound in the center. Shut the burner off, let it simmer and cool down while I work on the other part of the patty. Now we are ready to mix all of our ingredients. In goes the onion soup mix, some of the already mixed breadcrumbs and spices. I will be adding a little more breadcrumbs later on to absorb the moisture. Then my sauteed mixture. We'll be using this pan again to brown the patties and hold them together. Oh, it smells so good. Now this is still a little warm, but now you see we're mixing it all together. At this point I'll mix in a liberal dollop of barbecue sauce and some Dijon mustard. Then use breadcrumbs as needed to absorb most of the moisture. That'll dry it up quite nicely. Now it's ready to be divided up into patties. Alright, so let's go to it. Oh boy, that could use a little bit more breadcrumbs, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Now we're going to form 4 balls of similar size. You could weigh them, make them exactly the size you want, but I'm just eyeballing them today. The ingredients I've added to the 400 grams of tofu produces 4 burgers of approximately 140 grams, or in the neighborhood of 5 ounces each. You can see that I have a nice cohesive and moist patty here, ready for the finishing process in the skillet. What we're after here is to brown the patties with just a small bit of oil, giving them a slight bit of crust, which helps with keeping them together. From here, 2 patties are headed to the grill for our visiting vegans, while the 2 other patties are headed to the freezer for the next time they visit. The health benefits of tofu are well known, but in this era of rapidly rising prices, here is a quick demonstration of another lesser known benefit of tofu. That's right, a completely fat-free, delicious burger loaded with protein for just $1.25. Before signing off with the ingredient list, I would like to thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing, and as always, we hope to see you next time.
When stars won't shine for you, and your dreams turn black and blue, on those dark nights you'll be alright, I'll be right there with you. Together we'll see it through. When stars won't shine for you, and your dreams turn black and blue, on those dark nights you'll be alright, I'll be right there with you. Together we'll see it through.